If you buy a banana at the grocery store, you are buying a Cavendish. You aren't buying it because it has the best flavor profile, though. You're buying it because it's engineered to survive. To maintain cheap prices year-round, fruit has to endure massive global supply chains and weeks in transit on cargo ships. The Cavendish excels here. Its thick skin resists bruising. It can be harvested entirely green, hanging in industrial warehouses until artificially prompted to ripen. This chart shows the reality of that market dominance. A massive 99% of international trade goes to the Cavendish. That tiny 1% sliver represents the 1,000 other banana varieties that actually exist. But the cost of that durability is a fruit that flashes from hard and green to soft and overripe in a matter of days on your kitchen counter. By accepting the Cavendish as the default, you are settling for a highly durable utility fruit, rather than experiencing peak culinary flavor. Step outside the standard agricultural supply chain, and an entirely different spectrum of textures, sizes, and flavors opens up. You no longer need to live in a tropical zone to get them. Online specialty grocers and exotic plant nurseries have finally made these rare varieties accessible. But there is a direct trade-off. Upgrading your fruit means committing resources, either paying $15 to $30 a box for specialty overnight shipping, or dedicating months to cultivating a delicate plant in a greenhouse. To figure out if that investment makes sense for you, we need to evaluate the top alternatives based on their flavor profile, the required effort, and their optimal culinary use. Because rare does not automatically mean better. You have to match the specific variety to exactly what you want to do in the kitchen and what you're willing to spend. We start with the Gros Michel. Before the 1950s, this was the default supermarket banana. Acquiring one today requires significant effort. You either pay a premium to specialty mail-order farms, or you live in a Zone 10 climate and attempt to plant one yourself. The outcome of that effort is a significantly sweeter, creamier raw fruit, with a much thicker peel that holds up better to daily handling. This matrix tracks how the alternatives stack up. For the Gros Michel, the cost input is high, but the flavor outcome heavily beats the Cavendish baseline. But the critical trade-off is severe. The Gros Michel was nearly wiped out by Panama disease in the mid-20th century, and it remains highly vulnerable today. For commercial growers attempting to cultivate it, a single sick leaf means intense soil sterilization and constant monitoring to prevent crop collapse. For you, as the consumer, that agricultural risk translates to a fragile supply chain. Availability is highly inconsistent, and prices stay steep. The Gros Michel is the definitive upgrade for eating raw, but it demands you accept either a high shipping premium or immense agricultural risk. Next is the Blue Java, heavily marketed across the internet right now as the ice cream banana. The demand is largely driven by its aesthetic. On the tree, the fruit carries a distinct silvery blue hue. To get that flavor, you pay high markups to exotic fruit shippers, and once it arrives, you commit to rigid daily monitoring on your kitchen counter. When perfectly ripe, the inner flesh develops a fluffy, incredibly soft texture with distinct notes of real vanilla. Looking back at our matrix, the Blue Java delivers a top-tier dessert profile, but again requires a high-cost input. Its critical trade-off is a highly volatile ripening window. Eat it one day early, and the texture is chalky and astringent. Eat it one day late, and it collapses into complete mush. There's also a visual trap. That famous blue peel completely disappears, turning a pale, splotchy yellow days before the fruit is actually soft enough to eat, tricking beginners into opening it prematurely. The Blue Java works perfectly as a specialized ingredient to elevate baked goods and desserts, but its required micromanagement makes it terrible as a casual grab-and-go snack. If you want better nutrition and versatility for savory cooking, your target is the red Daca, commonly sold as the red banana. You can identify it by its distinct reddish-brown skin, blocky profile, and slightly pointed tips. The input advantage here is huge. It only requires medium effort and cost, because you can frequently find them at local ethnic markets or specialty grocers without paying for overnight shipping. Inside, the texture is much denser, carrying subtle raspberry notes, and it packs significantly higher levels of beta-carotene and vitamin C than a standard Cavendish. Completing the matrix, the red Daca hits a sweet spot, higher nutritional value at a medium, localized cost. The trade-off is a test of patience. The dark skin masks all standard ripeness indicators. If you don't wait for the skin to turn nearly black and yield heavily to the touch, your bite will be unpleasantly starchy. Provided you have the patience to outwait its exterior, red bananas offer the most accessible nutritional upgrade on the market. Outside the supermarket default, these varieties function as specialized culinary tools, each demanding its own specific handling. This decision tree maps exactly which variety you should pursue based on your primary goal. If you are a culinary optimizer focused on baking or desserts, follow the path to the blue Java, provided you're ready for the required ripening vigilance. If you are a snacking purist who just wants the best possible raw experience, route to the Gros Michel. You pay the shipping premium, but the flavor pays out. If you are budget conscious and want low-risk experimentation, skip the online hype and focus on the red Daca. You can source them by checking local diverse markets, completely avoiding the costs of online specialty retailers. And a quick note for home cultivators: trying to grow any of these varieties yourself outside of a tropical zone will require serious indoor infrastructure and climate control to yield edible fruit. You don't have to settle for the Cavendish compromise. By aligning your specific culinary constraints with the correct rare variety, you can successfully upgrade your palate and move past the industrial default.